Listen very closely. You're making the biggest mistake of your life you could ever make. And you do not even realize it. People ignore you. People won't listen to you. People start turning the other way. Trust me, I've been there too. I know what it is like. Until I figured out what I did wrong. Being smart is holding you back. That was the problem I had. And with the 5 simple points that I've prepared for you today, I figured a way that people start turning to me. People trust me. People want to talk to me. People do not ignore me anymore. This is the one and only video you're going to need to make sure you get people on your side and not see their back. So let's get to my 5 points very fast. Which are: people feel threatened, people hide their true intentions, you lose influence, being overconfident, and it closes the door. So let's start with the first one, which is people feel threatened. You know it when you're at school and you have this group chat you need to make. It's the first day you make a group chat. You add everyone's number in your group chat. And there's always one person who can say everything that he or she wants, and people listen at first. But after a while, it goes completely silent. They ignore him or her. And it all has to do with them acting too smart, or they're acting too overconfidently. It's actually what I had. I was the one who wanted to be that nerd but casual guy. It didn't really mix very well. And it had to do that I was showing too much intelligence. I was showing I'm this person. I'm that smart one. Well, everyone was feeling like, yeah, you're right, I guess. But if you're always taking the lead, and not holding a bit back, that's what you're going to get. You make them feel inferior, you make them feel bad. So then, what's happening with the person in the group chat? They feel like they're all just mediocre people. He is the best one. Even if with popular people, if they're always grabbing that attention, it's the same. They will just wash away over time if they do not hold back sometimes. So make sure people do not feel threatened by your appearance. Now, for the second point, I said people hide their true intentions. You know what? When you were assigned for a group project, for me it was more like science-based, physics. You can understand it. It was a group project, and you had 4 people. I'm going to draw this for you. You had 4 people sitting at a round table. Very nice table. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 people. That's what you had. Now, what was going to happen? You had always those persons who were a bit slacking off. So let's say it's 1 and 2. They're putting in 10% effort. You always had those 2. Then you have 3 who is doing more of the heavy lifting. He's like, no, I do 30%. And then we have you. What are you doing? You are doing 60% of the work. So what do people do? If you're happy about it, which with your intelligence, you can just write it simply on your own, they will just hide their intentions. Their intentions are described here. They're doing 10% of what they need to do. they're doing 30% of the process, you're doing 60%. So people hide their true intentions. But also with the feeling of threatening. If someone who's very smart, you can figure out what someone is saying. So people might hide details, what they're saying about you, your best friend, someone you care about. That's what they're doing. So it's more like, if people know you're really smart, they will be more careful about what they say, but they're also being lazy. As one of my favorite quotes from a billionaire, I'd rather hire someone who's lazy and will get the fast way to get the job done than someone who's very intelligent. That's how it's working. They'll be the laziest persons and get the same grade as you, but you're doing it everything. It is all to do, they fear what's coming. They fear that you catch them. They fear that you're being this superior, so they just try to knock you down. And it has to do with my third point, which we will come in a second. You lose influence. And that is what I said with the group chat. If you have the smartest person who's always reacting, which I had, although he was not the smartest person, he was the one the loudest and the most commonly. And at some point, people listened to you, and then throughout halfway of the year, people just started ignoring you, and it was, shut your mouth. Is that what you want happening to you? That's what you are doing with your intelligence right now. It's holding you back. Holding you back from pleasure, from certain things you can achieve in life. But take that, for example, your own work. You have a job so you can make some extra money, to buy that new skincare product, to buy that new perfume, to buy that new sneakers. You can name it everything, boy, girl. And what's happening? You have that boss who thinks he's the best, smartest out of everyone. Now you can guess what's coming. People start turning away from him, tune him out. All because he wants to show he is this. Well, in fact, he's just this. If you're constantly showing how smart you are by coming with the biggest examples, with a group of people, and listen very closely to this, because this is a very important detail. If you're showing how smart you are with a group of people that do not match your intelligence level, then you get this consequence. If you do it with people that are smarter than you or at the same, they understand your way of thinking, they understand you. It feels like to them you're trying to prove something. You're trying to prove again and again that you're the best, that you know everything, and after a while, just people get bored. Why? Because they feel like they're a piece of shit. They won't tell it to you, they will mock you for it. It's a wrong thing to do. But that's what's happening, what you're doing every time, day in, day out. You're doing that to yourself. Now, as I said, this can also apply for the popular person. Being overly confident. And that is what it is. You have this popular person who comes like this. A real diva, What do you think after a while if she's the one who wants attention? A attention slut, called in the Netherlands. What do you think is going to happen? People, first of all, give you that nickname, that you're a attention seeker, and then what's happening? They just start turning away from you, because all you want is attention and not something valued for the person. But also, have you ever had that person who thinks he knows the answer? So if the question is 6 times 7, which is 42, and they're going like, no, it's 41, it's 41. You fail. And what's going to happen? People laugh at you because you prove that you're this smart, that you know everything in the universe, and you get it wrong on a simple question. People laugh at you, people mock you about it for months, easily. When you're too overly confident, you may start overlooking important details. If you got it 4 times right, you think you know it by then, you're going to be a bit like this. Chest up, chest out. You know? Let's go into it. That's where Achilles heel comes in place. If you overlook that, that's your consequence. That's what's going to happen. But it also makes you seem like you're arrogant. That you this best. I can say it again and again and again, and I will do it again and again and again. People ignore you after that. People turn away after that, and people laugh about you after that. Now, for my final point, it closes opportunities/doors. Have you ever had a person who couldn't stop talking? You're just listening for 5 minutes, and then you want to add something too. But it is a one-way conversation. Just talking, and you're like this. Can I say something too? Can I add something to the conversation? What's happening then? If you have a person who's constantly talking, people just lose interest. If they cannot take part in a conversation and add something too from your own experience, from what you know maybe, or they're showing how smart they are, how much they know about this one topic. I had that with the solar system on primary school. I knew everything about it, and I was giving classes actually a lesson about it, but you saw people just turning away because they're listening for 10 minutes to you and they cannot even ask something. You see people turning away. That's why a presentation is an art of skills, but you need to be intelligent for that. But it also is with girls. How can girls talk constantly for hours without getting bored or the feeling they are not valued? Girls go like this. They talk left, right, up, down. You can name it, side to the side. I've heard conversations with them, and they're going like this. Oh, I have this new pen, bestie. You know what I have? I have this new pen. Oh, it's very good. I have this. They're going from this, there, this. There. That's why they're so good at it. The boys, on the other hand, or men, straight line. Look, man, I have this. Oh, it's nice. And that's the end. So, being smart makes people go away from you. The most popular people 9 out of 10 are the dumbest ones. Why? You need to act dumb. Look, being smart is not a bad thing. It's one of your greatest strengths. You could have in this entire universe. It puts you above people. But there are moments when playing that dumb, playing that sucker, gives you more. Let others do the heavy lifting, feel like they're the most intelligent person, while you're sitting back and relaxing. That's what you need to do. And after all, you're pretty smart, eh? So you get what I'm saying here. It is playing dumb at some point. That was the moment I realized that playing dumb got me more. I hang out with people that are not that smart. And sometimes I hang with people that are smarter than me. But when playing dumb, it got me that people come to me. People do not ignore me anymore. People face this way, not this way. Being smart is one of the greatest strengths you can have. It means that you have the capacity to achieve something no one else could. So, you know why being smart is holding you back. Now, you need to be smart and play dumb in certain situations. And then, only then, you achieve and beat these problems. You achieve what you want and beat these problems. So, that was this for this. I hope this brought you something. I hope this brought you some clarity when it comes to it. If you find that this is something you could benefit from, like and subscribe. Join me. This is what 4 of the 6 videos in my entire week are about. And I will see. So, if you've liked this, if you want to know more, feel free to watch the next few. And let's walk this journey together. And I see you until the next video.